Hi, everybody. We're going to play. How is everyone? Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Guys, I don't have it together. I'm not even going to lie. It's a whole situation, my friends. But we're going to work on our journal and see what happens. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Diana. Waldron, Kathleen, Stacy, Julie, Whimsical Birdie, Molly, Malsto, Dr. Cooper MP. Welcome. Good evening. We are going to play with the journal tonight. We're going to make some ephemera so we can decorate it. That is the game plan. We'll see how far we get on it. Um, I had to go to town today because I had ordered some boxes to ship the stuff from Live Thrifting, and they gave me a slip. So I literally had to drive to town to pick it up. So I decided to do all of my fun holiday shopping while I was there and got everything for the family Thanksgiving dinner that we're going to be doing Sunday. I'm doing most of the cooking. Um, my sister and I usually kind of split it up. And excuse me, she does stuff at her house. And then I do like the ham and the turkey and a lot of the sides here and then take them with. So that is how that works out for us. Um, I do have to share my gorgeous pin I got. Um, I was very excited about this. I'm not normally into the beatable pins, but this one caught my eye. You know. So there's that. Um, is anybody playing along with me tonight? Oh my gosh, Molly. Um, damage is like our roof and solar are intact. Our road washed out, but we're used to that. We have like a mile-long dirt road to get to our house, and it is maintained by the residents. So every monsoon season, it washes out, and you kind of have to have a four-wheel drive to get to my house these days. Or I shouldn't say a four-wheel drive because I didn't have to engage four-wheel drive to get down the road, but it was very bumpy. And if you have a small car, you're not going to get to my house right now. Um, what is this with the weather? I know it's insane. So I'm in Arizona. We're north of Phoenix. So we're like partway between Phoenix and Flagstaff. We're about 1,000 feet higher. So we get a lot more of the storms and the cold than they get down in Phoenix. But also it's nice because in the summer we're like 10 degrees cooler than Phoenix, which I mean, let's face it, when you're dealing with 120, what's the difference between 110 and 120, right? But it's here nor there. But we do get snow at my house maybe once or twice a year. Yeah, it was crazy, Mo. And here's the thing. Thank you for your prayers. I greatly appreciate them. Um, because, we've had a couple of years ago, we had a tornado um, came through our neighborhood and like legit went down the wash. Um, we're surrounded by three mountains, so we're kind of in a valley, and either the storm settles in the valley and we just ride it out, or it hits the mountains and runs off the mountains to us. So it's kind of weird. We're in a very weird place in Arizona. but we are safe. Everything is muddy and gushy and gross, but we have a safe roof over our head, food to eat, and my refrigerator is now full of all the stuff for Thanksgiving dinner that's going to happen Sunday. So it's going to be fun. Um, Abra, welcome. Mav Jop, welcome. Addie Pearl, welcome. We're going to be working on this journal. I think the main thing that I want to do is work on some ephemera. We haven't bound pages in yet because I wanted to just have a chance to kind of play with the different things, see what we're going to do. Um, did that get, yeah, that's a whole thing. But I wanted to make sure that everybody got their kits. So if you ordered a kit last week, have you received it? That is my question. Tina, you got yours good. I upgraded everything to priority shipping in the hopes that everyone would get them by today. That was my biggest thing, is I wanted to make sure everybody had their stuff before we started doing more in here. So these are going to be our signatures. We're going to work on what we're going to decorate this with. Did Doodle pop her happy little self in here? Where, oh, where? I was going to print some stuff out to work on the ephemera, and I was like, hi, Mona, how are you? Welcome to Late Nights with Tam. Hi, Critter Chops. We are doing part 2 of this crazy candy journal. This is very bright for me, y'all. I normally do grunge. Hello, hello, my friend. How you doing? Is it still storming over in California, Critter? Sarah Fat Cat Merch, welcome. I am. I just got home. I'm a little frazzled, but we will make this happen. Been working 12 hours for the past couple of days, and they're making me work on Saturday. That is rude. That's just plain rude. Nice paycheck, but rude, my friend. Tell them no. No, you're not going to. Hey, Karen, there you are. Are you ready for this, my friend? They're stealing your life. I remember those days, and I decided I would rather be broke than miserable, so here we are. I'm on Whatnot and broke instead of working those 12 hours. Guys, I cheated. When I was in town, I stopped at Michael's and got Christmas paper. Don't nobody come at me. I sold most of my Christmas scrapbooking paper, and I knew I was going to regret it when I did it. Libby, how are you, my friend? I love you and miss you. I knew I was going to regret it. I really, really did. And I was like, people were asking me for Christmas paper. I was destashing stuff. I pulled it out. I sold it, and now I regret it. And here I am shopping at Michael's for more Christmas paper so we can make ephemera for a Christmas book. This is how my life rolls. So, hello, love. How are you? Ephemera. I will say this. A lot of I love, love, love watching Natasha. Gosh, I just lost her YouTube channel someplace in my brain. It'll come to me in a minute. but she has been doing this series on mass making ephemera for your journals. And I sit down at night and thank you, Karen, treasure books. Um, she's snarky, she's fun, and she's been doing junk journaling forever. And she's just offers a lot of information. It may be weird for me to be promoting somebody else when I'm trying to build my YouTube channel and I'm trying to build my whatnot and I'm trying to do all the things. But at the end of the day, I don't have time to do it all. And I like to give you a good resource where you can just go through Mona. I mean, isn't she just hilarious? So you can go through and pick and choose what it is that you want to watch. I know when we're here on Whatnot, there's so many people, even in my chat right now, that do tutorials, we do classes, we do kits, we do all the things. But sometimes you just want to find that one thing, and that is a very good resource for you. Sweet Co, hello, lovely. Happy Friday. How are you? Um, Snippet Chick, hello and welcome. SMC Guinness, welcome. KLS, the 179.9 house, 1799 house. English is hard. Peppermint Patty, 15 love. Literally is Friday. Tweet, did you get your package? Did you get your package? Say yes. It's Friday. No. I was hoping you would have it for tonight. I apologize. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to mass make some ephemera. And one of the things Karen and I were talking about this, and this is where we get in our journals. And then we hit this overwhelm. Oh my gosh, I've got to decorate this. I've got all of these empty pages. What am I going to do with it? And we go like this and we close it up and we put it on the shelf and we go to the next journal. So, what I want to do is try. Hi, Bay. How are you, love? I want to try and mass make some things, whether we use them in here or not, but we're going to make them small enough that they will fit these pages because I can totally see myself doing more of these. I actually pulled out the things to do a black and white one, or mainly black. I also have the things to do a blue one. Thank you, Baker Chick. Totally not my idea. It was Doodle sent me the video and said, "Hey, can we do this?" And I'm like, "Sure, we can do this." And so I put kits together and we got this far last week. We disassembled the candy. These are Dollar Tree candy boxes. We covered the inside. We have a piece of seam binding for our ties, added some lace. We made our pages, added some cutesy little stuffs in it. And with all of our BSing and joking around and playing, this is all the further we got last week. So now what we need to do is make some stuff to go in here, right? Thanks, Bay. If we're not too tired, we can make one when you're here next weekend. Tara Jean, welcome. Joe Back, welcome. We'll see. So those are the contents of the kit. Somebody tell me where I put the dimensions in the tote where I put everything, right? Yeah, please, maybe. So I pulled out just a couple of green and red inks. I did pull those out. Hi, Mary. Welcome, hon. I'm going to drop everything. This is the stuffs that's left over that we played with last week. And I tried to keep it to where I have the same stuff to work with as what you all have in your kits. Sweet baby Jesus. So I moved everything in my room for the jelly print demo that I did for the Atelier Raid Train. And I am currently frantically searching for the notebook that I was writing all of our stuff on. That's the kits. We don't need that. Sorry about the POC. Oh, Mary, really? No. That's funny. No, babe, it's fine. It was confusing. Let's face it, the message was very confusing. I even sent her a message and I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing this and I don't even have this thumbnail. What's going on? So there's that. So it wasn't just you, Mare. Am I getting frustrated right now? Mm-hmm. Because I've lost that paper. So I guess we're going to do it again. Breathe, Tim. Okay. So basically what we did is we started out with a red and a green file folder. We cut it down and we used it to make some things for our books. Also in your kits, I threw in some envelopes. I threw in just some stationery, some note cards, some linen papers, all the different things. I kept all the scraps aside so we can have all the different scraps, what we're working with. If you have file folders, if you have, I can't believe I'm taking on even more either, Mary. I thought about it after I said it and I was like, oh Lord. But here it is. Oh, we made some little rosettes with the cupcakes. We did one, and I realized I didn't put any buttons in y'all's thing, but I figured every good junk journaler has buttons. I threw in some little tags, some jingle bells. You should have an eyelet and a bulb pin. That, along with this, is what we're going to make our dangles out of. It's 1 day a week, Mare, and I don't have to be fully present like I am with Bailey and Ice Train. It's more just kinda checking in on people, making sure that nobody's in a show by themselves. Yeah, I did the whole thing. I put in some Christmas cards, some tags. Um, these are the scraps from last week, so we're gonna be using those to decorate, and yeah, whole situation. So I'm just getting a little bit organized because I honestly, guys, I threw it in a tote because I promised I wasn't going to work on it. And I knew if it was sitting on my desk, I would be tempted to play with it. And I promised you that we were going to do all this together. So let me get this organized. I scooped it all off my desk and threw it on my thing in this tote that I have that I kept all the class stuff in. So you should have extra pieces of your file folder, maybe some extra pages. Um, we cut down tags last week out of the file folders. If you have file folders at home, grab some. If you have food packaging, if you have bigger check unlocked bronze, that means you have coupons. They're good until December 2nd, I think. So, but I just wanted to keep all of this little stuff because we will possibly use it. We may not use it all. Um, my scrap bin is, I say that like I only have one. It's so funny. I make myself laugh sometimes. Um, I have a main scrap bin that I work out of. I have a couple of extra. Tweet has been on my butt to share out of my scrap bin. So that may be part of we're going to have leftovers from the scrap bin soon available. Um, Before we ended last week, we started stamping some images. So I told everybody to grab a Christmassy type set that you can use to just make tags and embellish. The other thing, we took some of the extra papers and we were talking about a lot of times in these smaller journals, I like to not, I like to use the folds, which kind of creates a gusset when you're doing a pocket because it gives you some maneuverability. If you were to take a piece of paper and just glue it flat, a lot of times you struggle to get stuff in it. But if you glue it down with just the folds, it gives you a little movement, and you don't even have to do it at the bottom, just at the sides. And what that does is that gives you so you can put some thicker things in there. So that was one of the things that we worked on last week. We cut tags out of file folders, and we're going to be using these to decorate and stamp some images. I did grab some extra scrapbook paper that is Christmas themed. Um, I also pulled out, if you have these, I swear I had another one. Did you guys not see that cute little snowman that I had sitting here when I went live? Hi, Cheryl. Sassy Cassie, She Source Studio, K Wright, welcome. Anyhow, um, I just have some tissue paper. We're probably going to use some of that. Some Christmas themed napkins. It just anything that goes along with the color scheme. And here's the thing, if we make 20 items and we only use 3, that's going to go into there they are. I knew I'd find them somewhere. It's going to go into our scrap bins. We're going to start a thing of ephemera. So we don't end up with all of these journals that are incomplete. So, one of the premises of doing mass making is that you can do some generic things, maybe not specifically for a journal, and then you can decorate them later. So, say we have a little snowflake tag. Say we put this on here, and his face is going to go on there. I can put it on any color. If I don't end up using it, it can go into another holiday journal. You love me for that? It's the whole thing is, and I'm guilty. I cannot tell you how many journals I have sitting around here that I am decorated to that point. And then it's overwhelming because it's like, well, I've got to do all these pages and you go through one by one, and it's like you've got this thing and it's like, okay, we got this, it's all in there. What are we going to do with this? It's upside down. What are we going to do with it? Um, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then I go here and I'm like, do I want a belly band? And as you go through, if you stress over each and every page, guys, that's like 40 pages for a journal, give or take. That's a lot. Hi, Pete Chicka. She's Source Studio. Welcome. Um, Sassy Cassie. I think I welcomed you all, but here we are. So, but if you have a basket, and one of the things that Karen said to me that really just triggered in my Tuesday show, and I know I'm doing a lot of babbling and very little creating, but I want you to understand. Um, for the Tuesday mental health journal, we made, where was it at? I want to say we were doing these. We were making tags. That's all I know. It doesn't matter. The point of it is that we went to make these and I had no idea what I was doing. Again, just threw my stuff together and here we go. But I have a little box. Can she reach her little box? I've hemmed myself in again, you guys. But here's one that's a good example because this is where my sayings are. So I have these little boxes and I have all of this stuff and it's pre-cut out. Whether it's printables, whether it's stuff I've stamped, whatever. And I have them all labeled. So I have a starting point when I go to create. If I have to go looking for everything in order to create, yep, I just knocked everything off. Um, it's going to take me forever. So I think we're doing it backwards, kind of. Yes, we want to do a themed journal. Yes, we want it to be all pretty. We want everything to go together. But if we have a box of generic stuff to work with, I think it's going to make creating journals so much easier. And we all know that I'm all about the ease. Now we know we're going to be doing a bunch of Christmas stuff. So I know a lot of people are over Christmas. I get that. But what about those last minute presents that need to be thrown together? What about the package for your mother in law that you don't want to put a cheap little gift tag on it? You can grab one of your fancy tags out of this box, write her name on the back of it, and slap it on her gift. Having this stuff put together, and I mean, Christmas is not going away, right? It's going to come around every year. So even if you have stuff left over, that's okay. because it will get used. So, all of that said, what are we going to do first? We're going to grab this. I'm going to sit. Yeah, I'm standing up like crazy lady over here. Oh, you loved your Raggedy Ann. I'm so glad. Yes. I have a Raggedy Ann tote going on. Like legit. I've got a Raggedy Ann tote going on. So we can stamp images, we can fussy cut them. I found in my stash, which is really hilarious, this old stamp set that I was like, why? Why, ma'am, would I even do this to myself? But at the end of the day, I was like, oh, this is like the most brilliant thing in the world. I'm sure I bought it when I was working at Michael's and teaching kids classes. I'm sure that was my thought process behind it. But it's this. It has like 40 stamps in it. It covers, it covers everything. Winter Wonderland, Santa, warm wishes, happy Hanukkah, Shalom, happy holidays. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let it snow. Greetings from the North Pole, wishing you happy holidays. To, from. This thing's got everything in it. And you want to know something? I've never used it. Is that silly? Like so silly. But I guess the point of this is you don't have to use the fancy stuff. This is a kid's set from a bazillion years ago. And it gives me a little bit of everything. I can literally sit here and just stamp a page of all these things, cut them out, and have them. So when it comes time, is that the creepiest Santa or snowman you've ever seen? We're going to stamp it just because it looks so creepy. Winter Wonderland. Papa's paintings, Ethel, welcome in. Angel, my love. I was showing off my pin. It's now buried under all this stuff. Isn't it beautiful? I so love it. Hi, darling. Storm, welcome. It's a whole situation, my friends. So, if you want to play along, this is what I would say. Grab some plain cardstock. You should have a white and a neutral piece in your kit. If you got the kit, if you don't, then just grab some cardstock. We're going to stamp some images. We're going to stamp them in different colors and have them to fussy cut when we start working on tags. That's a little warped. Says love. We don't need that. What other ones do we have in here that we need? So we got a ball, we've got a stocking, we've got a present, a weird bell, tree, and just start. Is this, I'm going to say this wrong. Is this a dreidel? Did I say that right? I don't want to be that person, but thank you, Greta. Hi, Greta. How did you pop in here without me seeing you? Thank you, Baker Chick. Y'all know me. So there's all kinds of words. There's all kinds of stuff in here. And one of the things I said is grab a stamp set or stamps that will make good tags. I do have one of my Stampin' Up! Sets over here that I grabbed, and it's specifically, for tags that I've had for a bazillion years. This is a good one. We'll probably that's where I got that tree out of. Okay, we don't need Santa. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm just grabbing some. I don't want to do a ton. Candy cane, maybe a reindeer. Okay. There's even like a to and from stamp in here. It's kind of crazy. But I just wanted to give you an idea that you don't you don't have to have the fancy stuffs. You can use whatever. So we know this particular one is a red and green theme. So we are going to stamp a number of red and green items. I've got to stamp the snowman. He just looks creepy as shit, you guys. Sorry, potty mouthed him. But I mean, do you see that? Is it just the way it we're gonna find out. I think it's just the way it is positioned, but who knows? Angel, you're dying at me, I know. She stamps the creepy one first. I think he's funny. Maybe he is funny. Okay, he doesn't look so bad stamped. He looks like a happy snowman and he's waving high. I can live with that. The way his mouth is, it just looks kind of like Freddy Kruegerish on there. But he looks cute on the paper. I can live with that. The one-armed bandit, right? We're gonna stamp another one because you know what? He's gonna end up in our journal. You know why he's gonna end up in our journal? Because he's freaking cute. Creepy cute. It's a whole situation we're in. All right, that's aside. I'm just gonna keep stamping stuff. I probably should have pre-stamped all of this, but if you're playing along with me, it would have been frustrating. If you're watching me lose my mind, welcome to my craziness. We're gonna work with some I swear I just saw a candy cane. There's a candy cane. Some little candy canes. Bran, welcome. Sheer Edge, welcome. We are currently stamping some images so we can cut them out for ephemera. I know that's crappy stamping. It's a foam stamp. I don't care because they're going to get cut out. We have to have an odd number, Tam. What are you thinking? So there's that. Okay. Stamp cleaner. So I said that I went to Michael's and I got some scrapbook paper. Angel, do you have Christmas scrapbook paper that you're destashing? Asking for a friend who stupidly sold all of hers. Okay. Can you put me together a pack? Pretty please, my love. I know you have an abundance of stuffs, or I wouldn't have asked. I sold all my Christmas stuff. I don't know why I did. I was in a moment that I was over all of that. And here we are. We'll chat about it, but a lot. Balls. I think the Christmas balls need to be like a green galore. Um, this is like a really good green. Helps if you stamp the whole ball. Yeah, text me later. Again, I'm telling you, these are foam stamps. They're just gonna get cut out and used as little pieces of ephemera. They don't have to be perfect. Okay. Oh, well, I got this green out. Let's stamp some little Christmas trees. And can I stamp? Oh my gosh. Me and foam stamps, my friends. Ruby Diamond, welcome. Bree Marie, welcome. We're playing with some old stamps that I got hanging out here that funny have never been used. What's this? We did the balls. We should do some different color balls though, right? Let's do some red balls. We're just gonna stamp this whole page. Look at me just getting ink everywhere. I think I'd never done this before the way I'm acting. I got home from the I started to say I got distracted. I distracted myself. So I went to Michael's to get some scrapbook paper for this particular little project we got going on because I realized that I sold all my Christmas paper, which we're just not going to talk about that. So I was looking around at what they had available, and have you all shopped? I mean, I know we're spoiled on whatnot. I get that. Like uber spoiled, right? Has anybody looked at the price of scrapbook paper at the big box stores lately? No, I did not see them. But I was not looking for them. I was trying to get some scrapbook paper. I was trying to get I had to go to the post office and pick up boxes for our shopping excursion tomorrow. Because I didn't want to mess with that. And then I had to go to the grocery store and do all of the shopping for Thanksgiving dinner that we're doing Sunday. So we're going to do this. I'm probably going to do some prep work tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to do live shopping. And then I'm going to come home and finish cooking. So there's that. And we have this dark. We're going to do some packages and then we're going to move on. Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. I was like, you know what? I'll just grab like 4 or 5 pieces of Christmas cards or Christmas paper from the loose leaf stuff, right? And just get through tonight. No, ma'am, they are $2.25 a sheet. Right? So I was Baker Chick. I was like astounded. And I'm like, I'm done destashing my stuff, first of all. I'm done selling my stuff for 25 cents a sheet. I ain't happening anymore, no matter what. And I bought a couple of Christmas pads so I would have various Christmas papers for tonight, and made me really reassess what we are doing. We have so normal, and I preach this all the time. We have so normalized um undercharging. And yes, deals are good, but we also have to look at, what happens if we have to replace this stuff like I just did. Um, it's nutsoid, my friends. Nutsoid. So that's my rant for the day. Everything is pricey. Fabrics run 9.99 to 19.99 a yard. Been buying on Whatnot for under $5 a yard. Even with shipping, it's much better. Yeah. Matt found a craft bag at the thrift I got for $10. One strand of beads in that bag was $9.99 at Michael's. The whole bag was well over $100 worth of goodies. Exactly. Like I'm not gonna, I was just like in shock, a sticker shock. What? Like, are you people for real? So it was fire. I know, I love when that happens. I know, Karen, I just don't go to the store. I have so much shit at my house. Oh, that's a little wonky. Okay, remember this? We went through this last week, and I learned this lesson last week, and I'm going to stop. I have a glass mat down here, and if you're struggling to get a clear image with your glass mat, throw an old mouse pad down, and it's going to give it some give. Maple, how are you, my friend? I got my package from you. Thank you, love. And see how it just gives that little bit of give. This ink pad probably needs to be re-inked, but we're not going to be doing that much. Finally, it's all good. Life happens, dear. So yeah, I need to reassess what I'm doing here. And I know I grab a lot of things when we go live thrifting. But I want to start. Why is this side being such a... That's good. It's always good when you get all that stuff off your plate. Maple also found a huge bag of treat boxes today, got for $8. My baked goods go intermediate as gifts. Must have been 30 boxes. That's amazing. You bought it, right? I mean, that's kind of assumed, but yeah. It's like a couple weeks ago, I got 2 big bags of, like, the little gift bags. Yeah. And I ran them, and nobody wanted them, and I'm like, "Y'all, welcome in, everyone. That Bluebird LLC, how are you doing? Did you have a fabulous show? Thank you for bringing your friends." Mag V, Havlin, Shady Mill Studio, Diana, Winnie the Poodle, Summer Dawn, Val. You're good and tired. Well, I am glad that you had a good show. Let's look at your profile. Hi, Haley. Crafting, clothing, and this and that. That's awesome. Thanks for rating in. We are working on a crazy project that is totally not my style, so I'm just gonna put that out there. I normally do grunge, but we're doing a Christmas journal for either gifting or note taking or journaling our holiday thoughts. And tonight's whole gig is working on getting some ephemera put together for the journal. So, Baker Chick, yes. Shady Mill, hello. Thank you for saying hello. I am sure that you want to, do y'all do junk journaling? I'm gonna assume since you came in here, you do. I am going to run a giveaway for a little ephemera pack. If you do junk journaling, my ephemera packs have like tickets, little coin envelopes, some tags, some little ribbon. So, yes, the envelopes in there are as a matter of fact, um, these envelopes are from out of there. Yes, well worth. So if you want some ephemera, Summer Dawn, hi. How are you? We're stamping and chatting. And I have red ink all over me. What the actual? Hey, were any of you all in Hazy Ames show when we raided into her and she made the purple glitter butterfly tag for me? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I re-inked this. Can you tell? I got way too much. So she messaged me, and I'm going to share this because, I'm just that kind of a friend. She was, obviously, it was late. They went to bed. They did, and she just wasn't thinking and ran her hands through Dan's hair. And he got up. No, it gets even better. He got up to go to work the next morning and he had purple glitter in his hair. I was dying. The things we do for our crafty friends. So, yeah, she said that she was going to seal it. Um, nice. Sweetheart, it's Friday night, but that's okay. Nobody's counting. I know. I swear. I didn't choose the craft wife life. It chose me. Absolutely. Here we are. Because, creating is the best. It's okay, babe. Don't lose me a day. Please don't lose me a day. There's so much to do. I'm almost at the end, guys. What else can I stamp with this red while I have it out? This stamp set is from like 2007. I can't imagine that it would still be even available, but I'm sure that through all of our stuff, you have something that you can use for tags. Pamera, hello. Yes, we are going live thrifting tomorrow. Um, we're probably, I say we're not, but you never know. I was going to say we're probably not going to go as long as we normally do because we're celebrating Thanksgiving with my family Sunday. Yes. We're just making ephemera for said journal. Pamera, did you get your package? Good. Okay. Just making sure. Um, the first half of this is actually on the YouTube channel. Cheers. I'm still on coffee. Actually, I'm not on coffee anymore because it's cold. And I don't want to yell at Rob. There's 42 seconds. You are going to get an ephemera pack. It has some ribbon, some tags, some coin envelopes, and some cute little purple tickets. Yeah, you can watch the first part and get to where we are at. And tonight we're making ephemera. I just, when I make kits, I am very excessive with making kits. We're just not going to lie about it because I have so much stuff in my house. 2 seconds. Let's see who's going to win this giveaway. Batra. Wendy, congratulations, my love. That's awesome. If you want me to send you something different, let me know. I'm laughing too. Wendy was my test person for the ephemera in the plain white envelope. And so I sent her a letter, just like I would package the giveaway, to see if there was postage due on the other end, if there was a problem with it. The only thing is the flap of the envelope kind of pulled up a little bit, so we're going to have to address that when I mail them. Usually I just seal the envelopes with my shipping labels. So I'm going to tape it down before I put the label down. But, and I usually don't tape them because you can use the envelopes in your journals if you open it carefully. So I will tape them shut from here on out. And yeah, it's going to be a fun thing. It lets me share this stuff with y'all. Alicia Nicole, welcome. Baba Fett, how are you, love? We're making ephemera. Right now we're stamping images so we can fussy cut. Hey, hey, hey. Are we having fun yet today? I should probably grab more colors, but we're going to focus on the red and the green for right now. I know, right? I mean, I can send you something different if you don't want more ephemera from me. You just got a thing from the postmaster for an envelope givey saying you owe $706. No, ma'am. So this is what happens with that. I maybe I don't need to say this. Do you know what happens with that? Unless they have changed it recently, like in the last 2 weeks, what happens when somebody sends you a giveaway? Yeah. Yeah, because the lowest ground package that is over a quarter of an inch thick went up to 706 or 7, no, 7, I don't remember, whatever it was. It's over $7. Weathered Shanty. Hopefully the first week of December I'll start having shows. Going to start with supplies for junk journals. Yeah. Because what happens is Whatnot will tell you to pay it and pick it up. And they'll give you a Whatnot credit for whatever you paid when you present the receipt to them. That's the situation. My creepy snowman. So I'm just gonna cut these into more manageable pieces. Um, and even this, having a page of stamped images, like you'll see what I'm doing here. All of this color green trees, I'll cut them up and I will like put these in an envelope so I have them. I may only use one or two tonight, but I'm going to have these stamped for future projects. Thank you. Why can I never remember your name? You always have to remind me of that. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I'm sorry, love. You just keep reminding me. It's going to click one day, I promise, in my old lady brain, Sarah. I know your name's Sarah. You wrote me a lovely note and sent me a beautiful book. The weather, here's the thing, the whole usernames just really trip me up sometimes. So I'm going to, I will remember. I try. I'm doing my best to try. So, guys, when are you going to do your show? Summer Dawn. I know, right? I love the people that just, I mean, mine's easy. I'm Tam. It's simple. Hi, I'm Tam. Here we are. Anyway, Sarah, when are you going to do your show? Because I want to be there. Going to try for the first week in December. Okay. Right. Molly. That's just easy. Anyway, it's a whole situation. Um, so all of my junk journaling friends here, I don't know if you remember or if you guys were around. Remember when I got that amazing box of vintage books and ephemera? Um, if you missed it, I'm sorry you missed it because holy moly, I have it behind me, but I'm not pulling it out tonight. Anywho, Weathered Shanty is Sarah. We have FaceTimed. She is an amazing lady. She has a whole storage filled with vintage books. Tam, give is fine as is. Give is fine as is. Thank you. Um, her father actually ran an antique store and she has all things vintage ephemera, papers, journals, maps, books, you name it, she's got it. So make friends with Miss Sarah, Weathered Shanty, and bookmark her shows because probably one of my favorite boxes of ephemera that I have gotten on Whatnot. And I've been buying stuff on here for 3 years. So that tells you where that's at. Ma'am, I just need to like get on the phone with you and just get another flat rate box. That's what I need to do. Tasha LeRae, how are you, my friend? Not me immediately making, I know, right? Summer. Damn. I'm telling you, it's amaze balls. Amaze balls. My family heritage is a mixture of German and Indian, and she sent me the most amazing German book. Um, it was awesome, and I just so much stuff in that box. So definitely give her a follow. Sarah, let me know when you're gonna do your show so I can be there and I can mod for you and help you, please. You got your ATCs today? Tasha, did you have postage due on your end? Thank you for bringing all the beautiful things to us. Okay, so these are gonna go in the pile for later. We got one cut out. It said $1. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. The lady at the post office was like cray cray. Cray. I had to pay extra postage for almost everybody's packages. Um, I'm a shipping felon. I was pissed at this woman. She's because somebody, I can't remember if it was you or no, because you had postage. Somebody else had stuck a label, like, a shipping label, like we do. She legit said, "How do I know you didn't take this off of another package and just are reusing it?" I'm like, "No, no, ma'am, you did not just accuse me of a felony." Alice, my friend, I'm so glad. I know I popped in your show earlier. I couldn't say anything because I was driving home. It has a variety code. Um, yeah, no. Some of the post offices still print out the labels with the postage amount on it. Um, and oh man. No, and the lady that normally takes care of me was next to her, and she was like smirking. And I went in today to pick up the boxes, and she called me up, and I raised an eyebrow. And she kind of like ducked her head, like she'd been told, "You don't be a bitch to this person," because she's here like every week. Yeah, no. So here's what my thought process is: send me monies. Because if I print your labels off of Pirate Ship, which is I have an account with them, if I print them off of Pirate Ship, I will have tracking for it, and it's like $2 to $3 cheaper than what putting stamps on it is. Most of the packages I can ship out for under $6 through Pirate Ship. Now that might go up with the holidays, but it is always much cheaper. So just send me cash for the shipping. Um, if you don't want to put cash in the mail, we can do Venmo or whatever, however you want to do it, whatever you're comfortable with. Um, but it's just easier all around. Yeah, I'm late. What are you making? We are making ephemera for our candy box journal. We did put the pages together last week. We decorated some of the edges. We disassembled the candy box. We put lace on it. We added the ties, an eyelet that we're going to put dingles from. Made pages. Did this. And so tonight we stamped a whole page of ephemera or images, and we're going to make ephemera out of it. I know you're so used to me doing grunge. I can do cutesy if I absolutely have to. Yes. Um, Doodle has corrupted me into the cutesy Christmas shit. Not even kidding. I had to go to Michael's today and buy more Christmas paper because I sold all mine. Because I legit was not going to do Christmas projects, but here we are. 'cause, love y'all. My brain is like, "I'm too busy to do Christmas projects. I'm gonna sell all of this stuff and not make money and not have to worry about it," and here we are. So I went to Michael's today and almost had to, like, have CPR when I saw the prices of crap at Michael's. I stamped them. I have Christmas stamps and I have colored ink pads from my Stampin' Up! Days. Of course I do. That's what I just did. I just stamped them all. Now we're just cutting them out. Um, they actually had a yeah, 'cause see, I stamped extras. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a few to use. I stamped extras, and these are gonna go in a Christmas box. So I have Christmas ephemera. So when we need to make tags and whatnot, I have it. Wendy, I finished one journal, not decorating pages. It's for a granddaughter that likes to draw. Absolutely. They're so stinking cute. Um, so next Friday, Bailey is going to be here and we are going to be setting up for the in-person show Saturday and Sunday. So I will not do Friday fun times next week, the day after Thanksgiving. However, the next Friday, we are going to start on our needle book. So, those of you that have purchased the needle book kit, we're going to start on that the Friday after Thanksgiving week in 2 weeks. And then, if you did not purchase the kit and want to play with us, I'm sure some of you have gotten slow stitch kits from Carmen, um, or you have fabric and embroidery floss and a needle. You can come play with us and just do your own with your own thing. If you do need the kit, I have a few left, but I wanted to do just another needle book, a place to keep the needles and the pins and all the fun things. Um, I like to do embroidery. I like to do the slow stitching, and I have like 5 projects going on right now. So I wanted a place to kind of centralize all of the tools for that rather than carrying packs of needles around with me and all of that. Oh, I cut that really weird. If you notice, I'm keeping my scissors one direction and I'm moving the paper with my left hand. And that gives me a more even cut. No, they do it every year. Well, they've done it the 3 years that I've been on here, and the last 2 years, the whole app crashed. So, Molly, love, thank you for your purchase. Um, the teacher discount at Michael's is good. I have my account is set up, because I used to work there, so I've got some stuff going on there, but not enough to make it worth buying stuff there. It's stupid expensive. It's always cheaper online with Michaels. Their coupons are usually better than pickup in store. At least that's what you do. Um, Yeah, Black Friday. We're gonna be doing setup. We're gonna be Bailey and I she's coming down either Thursday night or Friday morning, and we're gonna be doing setup. So I'm gonna be out of town and I'm not even gonna mess with it. And it's craziness. Lancy Pantsy, welcome. I have huge coupons still to use. Got it. Okay. I would like to point out that you already have a ticket coming to you. Um, I see the blue paisley one, so I'll send you the butterfly one this time. Do you want me picture? I know Bailey, you're still here. I'm so excited. I'm really so excited. Like, tonight, there was no two ways about it. Pictures. Let me see what Wendy sent. Na na na. Oh, of your journals that you did for your granddaughter? You're so stinking adorable, Wendy. So adorable. Okay, so I'll show you what happens when you do this and you don't take forever and jabber forever. This is what happens. Stinking cute. Thank you for sharing that with us. In and out trying to get tons done. I'm I'm playing. I'm just playing. It's all good. Very pretty, Wendy. Very, very, very pretty. It got robotic because I minimized the show and or I have too many people on Wi-Fi right now, or it started raining again. I don't know. It's always a thing at my house. The only reason I was talking about the return was when you said about them giving you credit for paying for the postage for my return. They offered 25% and keep the iPad, which, mind you, is just a big old paperweight, or they could send me postage and I could return it for 100%. That's craziness. Was that with a postage due thing, Pomera? Because refunds are very different than postage due. Yeah, I see people talk about that all the time. I don't I am sure that there are trusted sellers that sell electronics on here. I'm not sure that I would want to because how do you find those trusted sellers, right? How do you know? Does anybody know of a good electronic seller on here? I'm so just in my own little handmade world. I would like to point out that these scissors are probably 20, 25 years old, and I've never had to sharpen them, and I could, like, literally cut my finger off. I know, if Maple doesn't know, nobody does. Yep, and the guy was very nice. It was whatnot saying that I couldn't return it originally, but I am now just staying to our little community. Exactly. Like, if no, if I need to buy an iPad, I'm going to, the store. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm just gonna go down and kind of simulate the size or the shape of a trunk in case I decide that I want to add a little brown swatch on there. I don't know that I will, but it's there in case. Dollar Tree, they have vitamin C. I know, right? iPads. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do this one. Are you guys bored with this? No. We're just chatting. Rob, could you get me some hot coffee, please, love? Could you get me some hot coffee, please? I wasn't going to bother you, but
I'll help you. That's what I'm here
thank you.
for.
It's a whole situation. Becky Murr, welcome. Um, Again, I'm holding my scissors straight and I'm just rolling around. I kind of like the organic look of this. So I have them. I could stamp sayings and do all the things, but why did I do lace on the inside or outside cover? They're EK Success and they're called Cutter Bees. And I don't know if they still make them, but they're the ones with the Teflon blade, so they're like a non-stick blade. They are like gold. The handles are this like part. See how it's all like scraping off and it's just like gushy? It's gross. I clean them. That's how old they are. This is coming off. Oh, they do make a Molly? Yeah. If you're gonna spend money on scissors for fussy cutting, just get these and be done with it. They're so worth it. And they're non-stick, so when you make sure you get the non-stick ones. Yeah. Mine are, oh, yeah, probably over 20 years, 15, 20 years. I don't know. I've been doing this for freaking ever. I think I have another pair too that's not, I have the Stampin' Up pair. Um, Stampin' Up actually contracted with a number of different manufacturers to put their name on certain things. So, as a Stampin' Up demonstrator for so long, I had to have. Thank you, love. I appreciate you.
I'm careful, man. I got a little hot.
Rob's trying to scald my mouth, y'all. Hold on. Thank you, love.
Sipping hot.
It's sipping hot. I appreciate you. You need a good fabric pair. Oh, I got those for you. Rob actually bought these for me. He's left-handed and he can cut with these. And you see this ads for these on sale all over Facebook. You had hubby rewrite your handles at year 10 and they're still sharp. I love my cut rewrap. Yeah, I know. I have this pair and then I have the little pair. So I actually have 3 pairs. This is the little ones for, like, lots of fussy cutting. These are my medium size, which are the crafty ones, and then I have the full size shears for sewing, but they're in my sewing room so I don't accidentally use them. And they often, run specials where you can, like, buy one, get one half off, but you can get the different size scissors. He got these for me. It's here, I'm gonna type it because they're really these I've been sewing since I was 4 years old. I know, my gosh. I was taught to sew at 4, and these are my by far favorite sewing scissors. Well, these are my crafty ones, but the favorite pair of sewing scissors I have ever owned. And Rob found them, and they're out of Germany, and damn, like, it cuts through fabric like butter. It's crazy stuffs. Yes. Wait till they do a sale. Um, he got them for me for my birthday. I you know, but they have, oftentimes you can get, like, 50% off or you can and I'm sure it's the holidays, they're probably gonna do a Black Friday sale. And, I mean, it took, like, I wanna say a week to get here. Amazeballs. If you're gonna spend the money, get those scissors. I'm just, like, old school and love my little cutter bees for my fussy cutting because I mean, it has, like, indentations of my hand in it, I've been doing it for so long. They've molded to my fingers. It's a thing, my friends. Okay, Karen asked me a question that I got distracted from. Um, Clear back there. I'm sorry, Karen. Did I do lace on the inside or the outside cover? Um, I did it on the outside after I put the cardstock in. So I put the cardstock in first, and then I lined it up. Obviously, the corner got wonky, but I lined it up so it kinda covered if there was any wonkiness with the edge of the book. Does that make sense? Sorry, got distracted. So distracted. Um, Make your life easier when you're fussy cutting and get rid of all that stuff so it's not in your way. Should I have had this better organized so I can just sit down and we're gonna mass make stuff? Absolutely. But if you don't see the whole process, Bubby and Bean, how are you? Collie Creek, welcome. Tosh, have a fabulous night, my love. Have a blessed weekend. Whose desk is it? I don't know. Not mine. No, I'm just thinking so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut stuff and all of that. But if you're going to craft with me, I want to be able to show you. Yeah, it is 10:30 in your neck of the woods. Um, this is not a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. This is done in 5 minutes. This whole making ephemera is very time consuming. Um, for me, fussy cutting is very relaxing. Some people may not like to do it. So you've been an excellent podcast for me so far. So thank you, Tam's helpful tips. You're welcome. I'll do helpful tips on that one. It's just they roll out my mouth. Um, and like I said, we're probably not going to use all of these, but when we start playing with the tags and the pages and the belly bands and the things that I want to do in the journal, it's going to be a lot less stressful to decorate if I can just grab one of these out of a box that I have beside me of Christmas stuff, right? They are EK Success. They're called Cutter Bees. And make sure that you get the non-stick pair. No, there's 2 different kinds. Mm-mm. Get the non-stick ones. I have silver ones. I have like 2 pairs of silver ones. You want the non-stick ones. Yeah, see. I have silver ones. They're sharp, they cut, but they get all this sticky crap on them, and I have to clean them off constantly. I don't know if they make the non-stick ones anymore. And you're gonna go find out, I know you. You want the non-stick ones. Trust me. Do they make the non-stick ones? When you're cutting Christmas trees, it's always best to you line your scissors up at that edge and then you cut this out. Yes, the non-stick are silver. Oh, okay. Huh, interesting. Maybe it's time for me to get a new pair, right? I can legit see me buying a new pair and not using them though. These have been my buddy for like a bazillion years. They have a 4-pack for crafts that is $10, but the non-stick ones are 17 for 1 pair. That's because they're better and they don't dull. Yeah, you don't want that crap. Don't get the 4-pack. Get the non-stick ones that last forever. Um, you bought the Tim Holtz Precision Cutting Scissors. I hate those scissors. I bought them. They're sitting in my little bin beside me. You know why I hate them? Because they have serrated blades. waste of too much money, and I bought them before they got really expensive. Yeah, these are the bestest. They're nonstick but hard. No, wasted $9. I do have I have a couple of pairs. I think I got both of his pairs of scissors. Um, not impressed. Not impressed. But when am I ever impressed by I like Tim Holtz inks. Does that count for certain applications? Um, I like some of his stamps. I wasn't trying to be funny, but I know y'all laugh at me when I go on the rampage about that. Nana rules, welcome in. Um, I'm glad I make you laugh. Gifty Gypsy. I have some tiny ones that work great, but if you're cutting a ton of things, then they hurt your fingers. I mean, so yeah, I sometimes it's purely accidental. I Here's what happens is I sit here and I start crafting and I get in the zone and I get in this creative zone and I'm doing my thing and I'm just chatting, I'm chatting with my friends and then my brain goes, dumbass, that just came out your mouth and you don't know who's listening to you and you don't know who you just offended." And then my other part of my I sound like I have multiple personalities, but the other good angel is like, "It's okay, they understand, don't panic." And then the evil one goes, "It's okay. You just offended the shit out of everybody on here." That this is how my brain works, folks. Meg, Meg, welcome. Sir Sun, welcome. Yeah, tired Tam. I don't have a lot of filters to begin with, folks. I just I don't know. I've never had a lot of filters. Um, I have always been pretty blunt person. I, however, have 0 intention of offending people, and I try really hard not to offend people, but I don't have a lot of tolerance for stupidity, and sometimes the stupid outweighs what minimal filters I have left in my brain, and my mouth just spews. So, you'll find days I will not put my face on camera. 'Cause that old saying, "If my mouth doesn't say it, my face will." My face comes with subtitles, and sometimes I just know better than to get sorry, to put my face on live. It's a whole situation. This is why I love ya. Love you back, Baker Chick. Man, I wish I had your sharp cutting reflexes. Wendy, I was thinking about that the other day. I really don't think I've ever been offended by anyone. Um I don't know. I don't offend easily. I I mean, doing what I did for a living for so many years, you can't really get offended because 'cause I've been called everything. Um, I've had patients throw punches at me. I've had family members throw punches at me. I just all the things, and you kinda grow this thick skin of people are gonna people, but resting bitch face all people say I have a resting bitch face, and I don't see it. Yeah. Anywho, so, that's a whole situation. Oh, no. I can't I think the hot flashes from menopause have fried my filters. It's menopause's fault. That's what it is. That's it. Alice, write that down and remind me of that, because 'cause I'm gonna go, "What did I say caused me to be so mouthy?" I don't remember because I was in the zone creating and I'm just sitting here babbling away. The menopause burnt up the filters. That's what it is. It's beautiful. Somebody needs me to make a shirt. It's menopause's fault. Oh, somebody make me a shirt. That's funny shit. I don't know. They say as you get older that does anybody watch Slim Sherry? Now she's got a wicked sense of humor. Wait, write what down? It's menopause's fault. It burnt up my filters. Katie Moore, welcome in. Dee Foster. Let me see. Did I miss anybody that bopped in here? Susan. Susan, I think I got your swaps today. Working with surgeons done it for you. I don't know. I got somebody's swaps in the mail today and I tossed them in the swap basket and didn't open them. It was an S name. Should probably not say I got your swaps. I will go look before we're done. Anywho, yeah, working with surgeons. Oh man. Can you imagine me with the doctors? Mm-mm-mm. I do not function well. Was supposed to be there Saturday. Was it like a pretty plaid envelope? Thank you, Alice. Okay, then that came today. Can't remember the damn name on it, but I remember the pretty plaid envelope. Oh my gosh. It's okay, they're not due till December 1st, because Bailey and I have the in person, and there is no way that I'm doing an in person and doing swaps and having Bailey. It's not gonna happen. So I put it off until I will not be swapping them until the first week of December. So don't panic. Winter. Early peeps make you feel like a slacker. Girl, sometimes I'm still trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do when y'all are sending me swaps, and I'm like, "I run this shit, and I still can't get myself together." So, winter. We cut the count down to you send me 9, you make 10 because you can cut 10 for per piece of cardstock. Keep 1 for yourself and send me 9. I get to take your cherry. I get your cherry. Oh, sorry, that was crude. See, this is how I talk with Alice when we video chat, and I forget that there's how many other people in here? 14 other people listening to me be naughty. Sorry, guys. Oh, that coffee is perfect temperature. Craft until midnight. I need you to come manage my hubby's care fracture top. No. Are no. Tam After Dark. It's a whole different world, my friends. Great, honey. Legit, do you need me to fly out there? actual. I want to stab people. Okay, so we have this cute little pile of Christmassy stuffs. Okay. Right this very second, we're going to put this little pile of Christmassy stuffs someplace where I won't lose it. Um, where's the Christmas box? Shit. Hold on. Crafting so you don't go to jail, right? Man, if I lived anywhere near Georgia, we'd be taking up collections for bail money. You know what Rob said to me tonight? Rob knows me so well. Well, he better. He's known me for 40 freaking years. But anyway, you'll go with me, right? So I got home and I'm like, babe, look at me. I got all the Thanksgiving shopping done. I got all the stuff for my class tonight. I got stuff to put in the oven for dinner so you guys can eat dinner and not have to wait till 10 o'clock on me. I was a good girl. I didn't run anybody over. And he gives me the sweetest hug and he kissed my forehead like I was a child. And he's like, and I don't have to come up with bail money. It was a successful trip to town. Yeah. Yeah, my husband said that to me. And people wonder why I craft. I know, right? Oh, I was getting the thing for those. Okay. Off we go into the trash. All the little bitty bits are gone. Um, there it is. Spy. See if I don't fall. Okay. So we have our little bitty bits. Um, I have a couple of different ways that I keep them. Um, I have like these little thingies that go in the photo holders. I have them labeled on the side, and I put my little cut up bits in them. And this is how I go about crafting. I have a big one for words and numbers. So it has all the words and numbers, and I keep this stuff. What's this one? Oh, nature and collage. We're not doing that. So I have this empty one here. So we're going to do Christmas bits. So I don't lose the Christmas bits. I'm going to put the little rosettes that we did in there too. So there's the Christmas bits, so I don't lose them like I have everything else. Still can't find that paper that has the. Anyway, quit. Stop. Stop beating yourself up because you lost the list. I know it's around here somewhere, and I'm going to find it as soon as I'm done. And I'm going to be so mad at myself because I put it in a safe place. Does everybody else have a safe place? Am I the only one that has a safe place? That falls into the twilight zone? Let me see. Don't ever let him go. Oh, I will never. I fought too damn hard to get him. I loved when my husband would give me a big hug and kiss my forehead and tell me it will all just be right. Oh, Molly, I love you. I give you a big hug. Faye, welcome. Faye, I saw that you messaged me, but I left for town shortly after I left your show. I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten back to answering you. Cannot wait to get your pins. I know. Guys, I know that the blingy pins, and I don't want to offend anybody if you make them, they always just seem so, I don't know. I do know, but I don't know how to say that without being offensive. So anyway, Angel by Create Repeat makes bomb ass pins. Okay. Like she has these shows where you create them and she puts them together. She will not let you pay for it until she has it put together, sends you a picture for approval. Okay. They're the bomb. DZ, welcome. Pamira, have a safe place I can never find again. Yep. Wendy says, so safe I can't find it. So safe I'll never find it again. Summer, I know, right? We all agree. Alice, I love you. Um, we'll chat about that because I think there's a good way for you. You can't even find your safe place. I need a garage she shed or something. You do. It's bulky. It's very extravagant. It doesn't look cheap. Does that make sense? Like, it's not cheesy. That's the word. Easy, gaudy. Never mind. It is gaudy. I don't even like bling most of the time, but I just wanted something blingy. Part of me is I wanted blingy so I couldn't lose it, but I fell in love with it as soon as I got it. So here we are. If we could figure out how to get one, not that one. Where's my drawing pin? Shit, I can't find it. Oh, it's probably in my truck. Yes, I had my sketchbook in my truck. Not gonna lie. Anyway, the pins that I draw with. Here we go. If I could figure one that this ink would fit in one of these, girl, I'd have you make me 20 of them. I am forever losing my drawing pins. It's just there. Perfect. There was an upgrade in beads since they started, so they don't look so cheap anymore. Um, have you seen the extensions for them? Because don't get me started. Oh yeah, some of them are just, I don't know. I could ask myself where my box from Angel is and show you the rest of the stuff I got from her, but I'm not really positive where it is right now. But I know I pulled this out. Yeah, I have some that have like the big fat plastic balls. Um, is that Donna Lan or Don Allen? Welcome. All right. My pokey tool is so epic. That's why I was like, I want to find the box, but I really don't remember where I put it. Does everybody have some stuff cut and snipped so we can play? Are we ready? Are you ready for it? That bass drop right there. Donna Lang. Ready, set, go. Do you have tags cut? We cut tags last week from file folders. I don't care what you're working on. I just want you to create and play. I want you to reset all the chemicals in your brain and be happy. Don't worry, be happy. I am in a mood tonight. Sweet baby Jesus, I'm in a mood tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize in advance. So I found this, you guys. This is a from 2020. I got this from one of my online arty groups, and I wanted to share this with you because it's just really cool. So she made this awesome card for me, and she sent me little embellishments for my journals. It was a swap that we did with different pre-made embellishments. And I wanted to show it to you guys just so you see how just the little things can make a difference. Great, are you in your recliner, babe? So this is literally a circle of cardboard, a cutout stamp, a little piece of ribbon, and she legit glued a sequin in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me get up here. Let me get up in this. She legit glued a sequin just to give it a little oomph. This one, she put some little bejeweled dots. Um, this one is a coral die cut and a wooden butterfly button. But just some ideas of how to, and I mean, these are just pieces of cardboard. I love them so much. And I was going through some of my different ephemera stuff to get some ideas and found this package from Tanya. So, um, I was in a number of um, online art swap groups where we would swap. Um, oh, I wanted that. So we would swap like cards, we swap ATCs, we swap ephemera, artwork. One of the groups that I was in was everything was had to be hand drawn. Gifty dinner, task chores, and crafty time. I know right now. Actually, no, you're not. Miss Susan, welcome. Sweet co weird. I did dinner, no chores. Yuck. Now crafting. Um, yeah, it's just oh schnizzle. I just realized I had a show scheduled. LOI, I just moved it. I'm too tired to think. Busy, productive day though. East Coast, West Coast, samesies. Yeah, it's all a thing. We all It's all a thing. I'm gonna play with a napkin. So if you have a tag and you have a Christmassy napkin, or just dumped my whole paper pack everywhere. Because why would I not do that when I'm trying? Guys, I got plants on my desk. Yeah, we all got Christmassy napkins from malls. Yes, ma'am, we did. Yep, and my ink pad just hit the floor. Yepers, that was my ink pad. Lord only knows where that just went. Probably in Never Never Land forever to be lost. I'm making space over here and I'm dropping stuff. It means I gotta get up. Somebody said something about a glue stick. I saw that. I saw that. Do we have do we have Christmas washi in here? Wait, what are we doing? Let me go back. I need to read this. And you got more. You got like 4 of them in your box on your way to you, babe. Well, I didn't buy any because I had a ton from someone on here, but they were from 2010 and they don't work now. I needs to buy some. Oh, I have a Christmassy ginger mints. Um, oh yeah, I had a whole thing of Christmas stuff I pulled out last week, didn't I? Guys, look, I have Christmas. Okay. Napkins. I have napkins for Molly. There are Christmas ones in here. Oh, I do. Oh, see, yes. Hold that thought. Oh, but I don't want to use these for this journal. I got these for a very specific purpose. Those are so badass. Do you have more of these, Molly? I keep saying send napkins with your swaps and I'll send you some. I will send you 10 different ones. Just put 10 napkins in your monthly swaps and I will swap them out. And quite frankly, I have so many here. If not enough people send me napkins, I have enough to give you new ones. I have a problem. It's a whole problem. Yeah, just throw 10 in with your swaps. Like you have a whole package, like this. I have this whole package and it comes with 32 pieces. I don't need 32 snowmans. So what I would do if I were you is grab this, count out 10 or 12 of them, and put it in your package with your ATC swaps. And I will set all of the napkins aside and I will swap them out and everybody gets one of everybody else's. Yeah. It's a napkin swap. And I mean, you're not going to pay that much more shipping to ship me 10 napkins and you can fold them in half. It doesn't matter. So it can just go in your package. They're not that heavy. And whoever sends napkins, I'll swap them out. I'm already swapping ATCs. I might as well do napkins too. And I'll make sure everybody gets one of these adorable things. Man. 2.5 by 3.5. Alice, are you in the ATC swap group on Whatnot? Just a question. Asking for a friend. Did I put you in there? Yes, on Whatnot. The group is on Whatnot. I have ATC swap group 1 and 2 because they only let me put 32 people in a group and then they start limiting what I can do. Okay, so you haven't seen it. Remind me to sit before you cut your paper. Remind me to send you the thing of how to cut it. Okay. I don't know. Well, if you're not in the group message, my bad. I thought anyway. Tissue paper works amazing. Napkins work amazing. I need to get it together. Where'd all those tags go? You're not? Well, shit, my friends. Sorry, guys. I'm juggling groups right now so I can get everybody in here. Okay. I added you guys. I added both of you. Yes. The thing with it is anytime you do a swap, there's a few things. They have to be 2.5 by 3.5. Um, there is a specific way to cut I'm going to segue off of this and then we're going to go back to the napkin because I know you are working on them. And oh, that's not a good thing to leave laying around too. Craziness. If you don't cut them correctly, you're not going to get 10. I put a picture of this in the group chat. I don't know if you can see it because, you need to have the pencil one. Can you see this? Not very well. Let me see if I can get a copy of it. Okay. Oy vey. Your first cut is lengthwise at 3.5 inches. Your second cut is at 2.5 inches. And if you're using a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet, you're going to have 3 strips. So you'll have a strip of 3.5 and 2 strips of 2.5, and then you cut them according to all of that. Okay. There. Watching YouTube. Hey, selling you. I've lost my tags. Did you guys not see me with a whole stack of tags a while ago? I saw me with a whole stack of tags. And don't know how to do with them because that would be too easy. No. Yes, I did kick people out. I can only have thank you. There's one, but I need more than one. I can only have 32 people in a group chat on Whatnot. Molly and Alice are doing the swaps this month. So I removed some people that are not doing the swaps so I could put the two of them in there. Nobody was naughty, nobody's in trouble. I just needed more space in the group. I'm like to the point of so confused as to what I did with that stack of stuff that I just had in my hand. And then I dingy brained and now it's gone. Pockets, cards, scraps. It's a good thing you guys didn't see me just flip that whole pile off. Yeah, I don't know. We'll start with the red one. It's all good. I don't know where they went. I cut a bunch of red and green ones. This is what's left over. I don't know where they're at. I can't find them. I know I pulled them out and I showed them to you at the beginning of the show, and now they have like walked away or they're buried under something. Fabri-Tac stinks. Probably. I don't know. We're gonna work with these. Oh my God, I love this, people. It's popping up. You got a new follower. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my insane night. I'm a little bit crazy. Now I'm gonna sing to y'all. I mean, at the end of the day, I want a green one and a red one. That's what we're doing. Okay. Weathered Shanty, is everybody following you? Good job. I want to see something. Look at that. Just, I like bingied again. Yeah. Excuse me. That did not go that where it's supposed to go. Sarah, go and schedule a show right now. Schedule it for December 1st. I don't care, but just schedule a show. You can always go back and edit it. You can change the time, you can change the date, you can change all the shit on it. Just go schedule it so we can all go in there and bookmark it. Pretty please. Look at me telling you how to run your business, because pushy. Yes, they would. There's a whole and one item in the shop so we can bookmark it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just listen to them. They'll tell you what to do. I'm going to tear apart a napkin. So this is what happens with your napkins. We'll help you, babe. We'll talk you through it. You're good. So when you get napkins, they're either 2 or 3 ply. There's a number of different ways you can do this. You can use a piece of tape, you can use all the things. You want to make sure that you only have one ply when you're going to put them down. Um, Keep this, don't throw it away. This is good for like tissue paper. You can stamp on it. You can do lots of things with this. This is going to go in our scrap pile. Okay. Um, Another thing with napkins. Do I have a water brush over here? I do. You can take a paintbrush and just plain water and say you don't want a straight edge. You can actually paint with your water and it just very sweetly pulls apart. You have that jagged edge that we all love, and you're not ripping some crazy place. So I'm just going to continue to go around and just pull out. Oh, crap. That was a lot of water, Tim. Didn't mean to do that. This one image over here. Da-da-da. And it just pulls right apart. We're going to set this aside for another thingy. Yeah, I sold a whole pack of them last week, and I don't know. That was the situation. So I have them all over. I'm gonna put that lid on there before I mess it up. So we can do the cute little gray snowman. We can do the cheery little one with the packages, which I kind of like. But what's going to happen is if I do the cheery little one, oh, look, the other arm. Yeah, you don't have to use one of these. You can use a regular paintbrush and water. um, this just happened to be easier than unburying my water jug. I'm going to separate them straight down the middle. And to heck with their arms. We're just going to chop their arms off. It's okay. We have more. We have 32 of these to play with. And each napkin has like 4 of these on it. Okay. The water brushes. I like my water brushes. No, you did not get napkins. I just bought these today. I'm sorry. Do you have napkins? We all bought napkins from Molly. Do you have napkins, Karen? See, she's calling me out on using something I didn't put in the kit. I suck. I'm sorry. No. Do you have Christmas tissue paper? I know you have Christmas tissue paper because you're cray about that. You have tissue paper? I know, right? I could have swore you were in there when we were all buying those. Oh my God. Just grab something to decorate it. Like, now I feel bad. I'm sorry, Karen. I didn't think about it. I suck at this. Wrapping paper. Do you have wrapping paper? Aaliyah Foster and Cinnamon, welcome. Okay, then I'll do something different that you do have in your kit. So, did you cut your pages down? So we have pages. I feel bad. Sorry. Still can't find my tags. Don't know why. All right, I'm gonna do the napkin. Karen's gonna yell at me. The napkin. Do the napkin. The snowmen are cute. I will send you snowmans. I just got them today and I love them. And that's the whole thing. Eh, it's debatable, my friend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little matte medium, but for now, absolutely. Or just a paintbrush and a jug of water, babe. Works perfectly fine. Wendy, can I have one? Of course you can. Shit. Didn't think about that. There you go. I put it in the bag so I didn't forget. Because I would. You know I would. Perfect. Okay. So we're kind of pretty much. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. You're welcome. Matte medium. Spooged. Big time. When you work with napkins, you want a generous amount of matte medium or whatever you are using to put this down. Some people use, God forbid, glue sticks. Some people use Mod Podge. There's a ton of different ways to do it. Here's my thing with it. You want to put glue underneath and you want to put glue on top. You're sealing it in, and by sealing it, once it dries, God, I got glue everywhere. Now we can stamp on it, we can watercolor on it, we can write on it, because the matte medium actually seals it. And it's a matte finish. They do have a gloss if you like your things shiny. Instead of using a matte medium, you can use the gloss. I prefer the matte, but that's just me. Stick. We're going to make sure that we have adhesive on all the corners, and we're going to set that aside to dry. God forbid somebody should use. You're right. Here's the thing, guys. Mod Podge dries tacky. Look, I'm gonna put this little friend over here. I like that. How much of him is it gonna chop off? So you can like fold it around and see how it's gonna look. So we get just like the little corner of the present and that I like that. Okay. More. Generous amount. Make sure you get to the edges. Know where you're gonna lay him because once you lay him, he's gonna wrinkle. Over the top, all the way to the edges. Bam. Set that aside to dry. If you did an angle, could you get more on the card? Probably, but that's just kind of going to be my background. I'm going to stamp words. I'll probably put some grid paper on it, do some writing. Now I need my tags that I made, and I don't know where that. Where I put 'em. There they are. They're underneath my extras that I stamped. Ha ha. So all of these tags are cut out of file folders, my friends. We cut these last week. I don't know if you have them cut or not because I think some of you just got your kits today. So we're going to, while these are drying, I'm going to set these aside. I'm setting them on my ink pads. I'm verbalizing that so somebody can keep tabs on me. Good Lord. We're going to cut some tags. Quinel Profesh. Yeah, whatever. Nope, I'm just showing you how to mass make stuff. Because here's the thing. Oh, that one's really wet. This one's not quite as wet. So like with this one here, okay, I'm going to rip all of this edge off. I'm going to put this in my Christmas box. I can pull this out and say, what if I wanted happy winter? What if I didn't want this to be a Christmas tag? What if I wanted it to be a to from for a gift? I've done the basic decorating and I can choose to use it or not. There is that. How badly did I bury my Disney cover? Kinda not really. Okay. I'm gonna stand up for this and I have to move the camera up. Oh my gosh. Put your brush in water. If you don't want to put it in water because you're going to use it again, wrap it in a damp baby wipe so it doesn't dry out. Tips for you. Up we go. Mama. Okay. So, part of your kit is a red and a green file folder. Okay. So what I did last week, I'm going to repeat it. If you have your file folders handy, I cut them so I still have half of my folder. It's kind of hard to see in the camera. I cut them this way because I want this to stay hooked so I could actually use this for another book. Does that make sense? So basically, we're going to long white like this. We're going to chop them. For this particular book, we are making tags that are 2.25 by like four, a little over 4 1/8. So let's just say we're gonna do 2.25 by 4.25. That just makes it easier. So what I'm gonna do, so you can see, this is how the file folder opens. I'm gonna cut 4.25 inches off of this. Okay, that makes sense. Ish. I'm gonna grab it. Do the same thing with the red one. We're gonna make some. So these two pieces I'm gonna save for future projects. We may use them this, we may not. This crazy edge here, I'm just gonna chop that off and clean up that edge. So we said we did, what did we say we did? 2.25 inches. So we're gonna go to 2.25 inches and chop. 2.25 inches and chop. 2.25 inches and chop. So I'm keeping this because this fold with the gussets is going to be really awesome for doing tip-ins if you want to. So we're going to do the same thing with our green. We're going to clean up that edge. And then we're going to cut 2.25. Mickey, thank you for the raid, love. I just saw that pop up. 2.25. 2.25. And again, we have this piece of the file folder that we can use for tip-ins or interactive pages, however you want to do it. Happy Friday, love. How was your show? Your shows are always so fun. Y'all, I'm pretty sure you all are following Island Girl Mick from the Raid Train, but if you are not, please give her a follow. She does amazing, amazing. I called it upcycling. She's a seamstress. She sews. She makes bucket hats. She makes scrunchies. She makes tissue. She makes all the things sewing. And she pieces everything together in a manner in which our grandmas never thought of. And it's really awesome. So please give her a follow. Let's see who all you brought here with us. Who do we bring in? Are you all like paper crafters? What do you all do? Did you have a good show, Mickey? Grammy Queen, Calicity, Wonder Woman. Oh, you're all junk journalers. Hi, Wonder Woman. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Goddess Bree Draz? Yes. Okay, so we can do this. I have been doing ephemera packs for giveaways. So let's do a giveaway in honor of Island Girl Mick. You will get of an ephemera pack. And to give you an idea, it has they have tickets, some laces, some tags like I'm showing you how to make here. Um, and that is going to be the giveaway. So if you would like an ephemera pack, jump in that giveaway. Thank you, Mickey. It's always amazing to listen to you because your giggles are just like, they make me smile. I don't know how anybody can go to your show and not smile. That is just like legit. How can anybody go and not smile? Um, Katie, Katie, how you doing, babe? Excuse me, choking up here. So we are literally making tags out of file folders for our adorable little candy journal that we are working on making. We are doing ephemera tonight for our journal. One of the things that we've talked about is so many people do all the first steps of making a journal and then they see all of these pages and they get overwhelmed. So, as part of the overwhelm, we put them in, we tie them shut, and we go on to the next journal, and they don't get decorated. Now, this is for like true junk journals. That's not for the kits because with the kits, we have everything there. We've got the pages, we've got the tags, the ephemera, all the little things that cut out. It's all there. And but when you're doing a true junk journal out of stuff you have around, you don't have all those tags and tickets to cut out. You don't have all the little pretty butterflies and all the things. So what we're focusing on here is how can we make homemade ephemera, keep a box of ephemera. We started the night out. We stamped a ton of holiday images. We fussy cut a bunch of them. And now we are chopping up our file folders to make them into tags. So here, I'll show you. I keep these little, the photo boxes, and I keep my fussy cuts. They're all in, this is the Christmas one. These are all the things that we stamped and cut out tonight. And it's going to be labeled holiday. And so it'll all be in one place. The next thing we did is we took some adorable napkins and we glued them down to some of the tags that we had made. We're waiting for them to dry. So while we're waiting for them to dry, we're making more tags. This is the other one, the cutesy little. So there is that. Welcome in, everyone. The giveaway is an ephemera pack. If you would like to get in the giveaway, there's about a minute left. Um, for this, I have a couple of them in my bin. This is a good inexpensive one. I grabbed them and put them in my bin just in case cannot have, if you don't have access to this. A lot of the Walmarts carry this. I went and bought a couple of them and put them in my bin, added $1 just to cover fees for those people, thank you, love, that don't have it at their Walmart. If I'm doing actual artwork, I like collage on a canvas type thing. I use the Liquitex. If Wendy, congratulations, my friend. Wow. Um, Hello everybody. How are we doing? So I like the Liquitex, but if I'm doing a commissioned mixed media piece, I use the Golden brand. So did that answer your question? All right, back to making tags. So we cut these like 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. When you cut, you want whatever angle you want it at, that's totally up to you. You want to snip the corner, hold it. You want to exactly flip it, put it on here, cut the other side, and that gives you an even tag. Now, we talked about last week if you don't have a hole punch, you can actually take your point of your scissors, don't put your finger behind it, but you can kind of sort of just drill a hole because you're going to put ribbon in it anyway. And there you have it. Okay. Wendy, right? That's your second giveaway tonight. And you won all the giveaways last week too. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You you can get an inexpensive hole punch in your office supply or your school supply for a couple of dollars. Um, just saying. But for now, if you are playing along and you do not have a hole punch, use your scissors and poke a hole. That works. You can have different sizes, you can have different angles. Um, Let you try this. Grab a file folder and make some tags. Just saying. It's an easy process. If you don't have a file folder, go raid your pantry. Get a cracker box. Get a cereal box. Make your life easy and grab one that has the brown on the inside. Cereal boxes work amazing for this. Um, do you want me to show you how to do that? Karen's like, get on with the ephemera, Tam. You just harvested. Mickey, I have to tell you, double check your sizes, love. They're supposed to be 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 inches before you go chopping them up, please. Guys, where did I put that paper that I was showing Alice earlier? Here. You have an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock. Your first cut is long ways, 3 1/2 inches. Your second cut is 2 1/2 inches. That gives you a 3 1/2 inch strip, a 2 1/2 inch strip, and a 2 1/2 inch strip. And then you can chop them. Mickey participated in our ATC swap. I know what you're getting ready to tell me, Tweet. Add. There. If you want a printed copy of that, it's in our group, but in case you want a printed out copy of it, there you go. Um, you don't need it, but I'm just saying. I know, Tweetco, you were getting ready to tell me to do that, weren't you? So this one has like the little notchies from so what we could do, we could cut all four and this would be like a ticket, right? Yes, we always are gathering new ATC people. So I'm going to set that aside and we'll contemplate that. I like the shape of this one. So I'm just going to use that as a guide. One of the things that Natasha from Treasure Books has is she took an old credit card and she cut a pattern for tags, which I absolutely want to do. I just haven't gotten it done yet. I am excited to have new people playing in the paper crafting world that maybe you've done junk journals forever and you've never heard of ATCs. Maybe you've done ATCs and you've never heard of junk journals. And the thing with it is, in our paper crafting world, there are so many different ways to do things. We all have knowledge and something to bring to the table. And I think it's very important. It's part of the reason that I do the ATC swaps. It's part of the reason I do the monthly trains. I'm going to be point of contact for the handmade market that Custom Wood Burning started back in the summer. I'm going to be the point of contact for that for the winter session for December, January, and February. So it's just, I mean, guys, I've been on this app for 3 years and there's still people that pop in my show and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're new. And I look and they've got like 5,000 followers. I'm like, oh gosh, I feel like an ass right now. But you can only go to so many shows and you can only meet so many people. And we get caught in our own little world and we forget that there are thousands of creators on this app and we all just need to be kind to each other. We need to support each other. Um, if I popped into somebody's show today, she was in there by herself and she was creating, and I needed to go do stuff, but I was like, dang, she is like by herself. And it's like, turn on a show, just listen. Um, if you can't chat, say, hey, I'm here to support. I don't have time to chat, but I'm listening to you. Tell me what you're doing. And it just gives people a sense of, oh, I'm not by myself. You know, we've all been there. We've all been in shows by ourselves and nobody shows up, nobody talks, and it's just like dead airspace. And unless you are somebody that brought your whole following over from another platform, Every single one of us has experienced that at one point in time in our journey. I love felting so much. Felting is like I have all the things, and I actually learned to do it from somebody on this app, and I had never done it before in my life, and I absolutely love it, and the fun part about it is you can legit stab things and create something gorgeous. It's like a whole mental process. Sarah, did you get it done? Okay, hold on, guys. Off my Hold on, my scissors are attacked. Look what it just happened. Good God, I need to redo these scissors, you guys. If anybody sees a vintage pair of these, or if anybody has a vintage pair of these in their stash that they want to sell, let me know. Okay. Oh, I got 2 more to go, and then we're gonna go see Sarah. Okay. Um, Perfect. Let me see if I can do these both at the same time. Look at me all hurrying. I'm all excited. I'm doing like the booty dance in my chair here. I'm stuck. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. Okay. Tags are done. So we have a whole stack of tags, and do you see how fairly easy that was? Um, do I have to stamp these and decorate these? No. I can just put these in my pile of stuffs. We're gonna decorate some, but you see how the ease of that. Okay, guys, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let me finish reading this before I lose it. In the bed before midnight. Go, Greta. Much love, my friend. We need to talk soon. Pamela says, I know nothing about felting, but one of the schools I take classes, and all of a sudden, 2 days ago, said this guy who usually does like drawing and comics and stuff is going to be teaching us felting. So I'm like, who has the stuff? Because it was a long list. Your sister has it, Kith. Did I say it right? I think I did. So I asked her, and she just gave me 2 pretty bags of wool, and I went out and got the stabbing thing and the thing to stab into. You need to interact. Come hang out with us. Well, honey, we will just bring you out of your, look at you go. Did you see the stuff that this lady has in her farm ballads? Damn it. I want that book. Oh my word. Okay, anyway. So, Weathered Shanty, if you weren't here earlier, I'm going to tell you this. She has the most bomb ass vintage ephemera. Only my mods can see that, darling. So, Weathered Shanty, Sarah, she has amazing ephemera. I'll get back to that in a minute, Primera. Bookmark her show. This may not be when she's doing it, but we want to build as many bookmarks as humanly possible for her, okay? I have the most amazing stuff here that I got from her when she first I'm pretty sure I was like her first customer. And she's a friend of a friend. I have video chatted with her. I have seen her inventory. It is straight up legit. Um, and we need to support her because she is going to be a very huge um, part of our ephemera building. So she has tons of her warehouse, and it's funny because it's like um Amber's like, well, she's got a storage. And so we get on video chat, and I'm thinking, a storage unit, like we all rent a 10 by 20 storage unit. Oh, hells no. She has like what we used to keep the tractors and combines in back in Kansas, like storage. No, I already called dibs, Angel. You're welcome. Like, um, Weathered Shanty, her name is Sarah. Um, I have amazing stuff here from her. She has, and here's the thing, Greta, she does have some that are falling apart. And she will, yeah, she's getting all my monies. Yes. Yes, you followed her earlier, but we had her go book a show so we could all bookmark it. And I told her just to book a show so we can know when she decides to go live. And she can change it to whenever. She wants to do it at the beginning of December. So that was kind of our whole thing. Back to Pamera and your red chat. It is a good thing. Evil Mandy May, welcome. Celtic Heart Forever, welcome. We're just hanging out crafting and having fun. Um, we're making ephemera for this. Karen, are you fed up with me yet? I'm sorry, I'm just being as crap today. I'm totally screenshotting that. Oh my gosh, Magnolia Mountain Art. Thanks for the raid. I'm sorry. I hope you had a fabulous show. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Oh, good Lord. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry I'm laughing so hard. Pamera is she's doing to voice chat instead of typing. And her electronic device that starts with an S is changing all of her words, and she's in a very vulgar mood tonight for some reason. Not Pamera, her phone. And so she is sending us all kinds of very interesting words. So, hi and welcome. Um, y'all, did you see the new look, let me go back here. Did you see the new thumbnail for the handmade market? Has anybody seen the new thumbnail? I don't have it up on my shows yet because I haven't been home all day. Anywho, um, Magnolia Mountains Art is the one that created it, and it is bomb. I love it. Um, yes, thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome to our craziness. We are working on ephemera for our oh, she's not going to live it down because I screenshotted it. Um, sorry. We're working on ephemera for our junk journal. So welcome. We have glued some cute little holiday napkins on some tags. We have also made a whole stack of tags out of file folders and we're going to start decorating some stuff. We're just accumulating ephemera to put in our books. Baker chick. My voice is soothing until I start cackling like an old hag. Oops. Does anybody get offended by the F word in here? Okay, so here's the deal. Pomera typed, I can't have to even have to say it out loud. I can show you. And that is what I saw right before you rated. So no, ma'am, I was not laughing at you. Can't either, and I'm live. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm just my stomach hurts. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. I love it. So anyway, she was her Siri is not being very nice tonight. Tags. We're gonna go back to our tags. Oh Lord, my stomach. Weathered Shanty. So those that just came in, Weathered Shanty. Um, she sells all things vintage, but she has a plethora of vintage books, sheet music, kids books, fabrics. I mean, all the things vintage because her father ran an antique store and she has all of his things and she sold briefly on here and got a little discouraged because it's overwhelming in the beginning. And we as a whole are collectively going to help her. So if you would please give Sarah a follow. We had her put a show in so we could all bookmark it. I'm actually going to have her start getting on the handmade market on Fridays whenever she's available. So it's only 10:08 here, you guys. Oh my god, I've been on here for 3 hours. I really hope Rob ate dinner without me. Here we go again. Um, so please give her a follow, bookmark that show. We're not positive that's the day it's going to happen, but I wanted her to get a ton of bookmarks. I already have gotten a full priority box from her warehouse, and it is flippin' amazing. My chat went rogue. So we used matte medium, which I do have this available in my bin. Um, Matte medium. We laid it down on our tag. Our tag was made out of a file folder. We put it down. We put part of the napkin down, and now we're just going to rip. Now that it's dry, we're going to rip it around the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm okay with the tears. The grungy edges are amazing. Quite truthfully, the torn edges actually take ink better when you're inking the edges than a straight cut. So we have this. Um, I'm going to keep this because the holly leaves are awesome. We'll probably use that on something else. We're going to go to the second one and do the same thing. See how this folded over? I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's going to be okay. So see what I mean by this is like a background? Excuse me. Wait, you did and tipped several of them? Then the bank blocked my card. Wait, what did I miss? Sarah, what did you do? Oh, it's been a day. Spicy art show. I'm gonna have to come see one of those. Oh, on the handmade market? Yeah. Well, you're gonna be a part of it. I think because you make stuff, right? We can get you in there with the stuffs you make. We're kind of having this conversation. I know you do. You can bring your stuff that you make. Um, is it really participating in a handmade market if you don't make stuff? Well, Magnolia, you took. Yeah, I've got it in person next week. Um, like we've got Thursday, then I've got set up on Friday, the in person Saturday, Sunday. It's kind of crazy busy right now. But I did do a show yesterday. We played in the bead room. Um, so there's that. Rob brought me hot coffee, and I sat here and screwed around, and now it's cold already. So anywho, so these kinds of things, just so you know, um, yes, you can demo or show. You can demo or sell. Um, it's oh Lord, Greta. Um, handmade market is something that custom wood burning started back in the summer, and it's not technically a raid train. It's just every Thursday we would go. We all use the same thumbnail. Um, you could do your show whenever. When you're finished doing what you're doing, you raid into somebody that's in the handmade market with that. You can raid whoever you want to. Um, you don't have to show up every week. You can show up 1 week a month. You can show up every week. It's whatever. But it's kind of a situation where we're coming together. It's kind of like going to an in-person market, and you can go from show to show. You can do holiday shopping. You can learn a new craft or whatever. And it's just fun, right? So custom wood burning did it for the first 3 months, and she had a lot going on. So she had Moody Virgo Arts. She was the point of contact for this last quarter. And I volunteered to be the point of contact for the winter market, which is December, January, February. So we are changing it to Fridays. Can you do handmade and sell supplies too? Um, we're s- I'm not going to police what you do. Um, for me, a handmade market is selling handmade things. There are people on it that sell supplies. But I will say this, I do demos and I sell supplies in my bin. if you're coming onto the market to only sell supplies, it kind of defeats the purpose. It is okay to put your supplies in your bin and have people shop that. It's like this. Here's my example for you. We're working on this candy journal. I have kits for it. They're in my bin. I'm lying because I sold out. But if you want ribbon or lace, I have lace in my bin. If you want the tickets or the coin envelopes, those are in my bin. I'm not running them, I'm not selling them. I'm showing how I'm making this, but I'm also highlighting the supplies that I do have in my bin. Does that make sense? I'm just not sitting here going, okay, these tickets are $5. So, yeah. Look at me. I have to give you an example of what I do, right? Crazy girl. Okay. Yes. Thank you for it clarifying that for my ADHD brain today. What does this say? Warm wishes. I want something that is let's decorate this up a little bit. No, we're gonna stamp this first. So we're gonna go back to these craziness stamps that I have, these kids stamps. Oh, I could like unpin that, right? What number is she at? Oh, Alice, you're so cute. Crazy lady. All right, warm wishes. So we did this. We're going to hope it works because it's not completely dry. We're all safe. The superstitions in you always just make me go, what? There. So see what I said? We're going to stamp on this. Maybe we want to, we already punched that hole out. What can we put in here? Here's what's left over of my green fuzz buckets that we, is there a white archival? Um, that's a good question. I'm not, I know I have a white ink pad. I don't think is archival. Um, I mean, obviously I don't need that much, but you see what I'm doing here. There's a tag, but let's take this one step further. Get this out. It's like the finishing touches. Let's not do that. We all know and love. I took my glasses off and now I can't see anything. Guys, my brain is winding down. You need like to stamp on acrylic ink. or acrylic paint. What's it for, Greta? Um, well, I mean, my brain goes to 50,000 different applications, ma'am. Um, Me personally, I would stamp with Versamark and use a white embossing powder. That's gonna pop. It's not gonna smear. But if you need it to be flat, then excuse me, Alice Googled it and yes, they do. I do not own one. I do not know how it works. Why don't you nope, nope, nope. No, no, like what, babe? You don't like embossing? Embossing's the bomb diddly. Oh, mm. I'm legit at the point where I cannot find anything because I have so much stuff on my desk. Tam's brain is, okay. So what about shit. I have my coffee. My coffee got cold. That's okay. I lost my grid paper. That's where my meltdown is. I know he's playing his video game and I don't want to interrupt him. I feel bad. Oh shit, don't text him. Alice, no. So my thought process on this little crazy menagerie that I got going on here is I could glue this on the back for some journaling. I can't find my full sheets. And that's where we're at. So, do I get up and get more grid sheets and chill my brain out? I think that would probably be a very good idea. Oh. No, that's not it. There it is. I put it with the paper. There's my scrap. Fuck. All right. Here we go. So we have scrap from our pages, and yes, I put some of this in your doohickey. I could put this on with legit just about any glue. Do I? Absolutely. I don't. I need to figure out a way to do them on camera because it's really hard. I've got the big shot. Um, Last white you tried wiped right off. I can use acrylic paint. Um, I mean, you can. Let me play around with it, Greta, because I have all the white pads here. Before you go spending a ton of money, let me just try the ones that I do have. I do know one of my favorites is the Stampin' Up! Craft Pad. Art glitter glue. I need to get right up to the edge and because I haven't had food, I'm shaky. But So here's the funny part about this, guys, and I'm crazy about this. I don't want all of these lines on my paper, so I smooth out my glue when I put it on, especially when it's something that I'm going to be writing on. And we are gluing this down to have journal space. So you just don't want to muck up your stamps. Um, well, if you clean them, honey, it's fine. I'm using a card to mush that down because I want that as smooth as possible so I can use this to journal. Um, yeah, get these kind of stamps. I'm pretty sure that's what I got this for, these little foam ones. Or if they're not wood mounted ones, just have a bucket of water and huck them in the water. That's what I used to do. I did. No lie. Now we have a place. We have a cute tag. We have a place to journal if we want to. For the 500th time, we're going to punch our little doohickey out. If you have the little labels that go on there, reinforcement labels, you can put those on. Mine are currently residing at Greta's house because the only ones I can find are the donut ones, and they look really weird with Christmas stuff. Why do I have donut reinforcements? I thought I was being cute. I know I have regular ones somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. They are adorable. Yes, yes, they are. This one, I mean, at this point, we could throw. They're very specific. I don't know. I truly do not know why I have them. I don't remember. I think it was for some kind of a swap or something. We were doing sweets or I don't know. It's when you've been doing this stuff as long as I have, you just don't remember all the things. Did she do it for, I don't know, maybe I needed pink ones and that was the only place I could find pink because I don't have pink shit in my house. Well, I do now, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Here I am. Welcome in. New people coming in and I'm just talking smack. Welcome in, Aaron. Yeah, I could paint them. Absolutely, I could paint them. That's what we did last week. We painted them with a Posca pen. This one, ask me why this is not even opened. I did not buy this today. I found this in my stash. Don't come at me. So here, see a cute little thing. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Yeah, Posca pins paint very well. Posca pins just rule. But they do cover them very well. As a matter of fact, I did one with a regular marker. Or no, that was with the ink. And then we used ones with the Posca, so it's a whole thing. Um, all right, guys, I think I'm winding down here. I'm sorry. Food is needed at this point in my night. I will, however, it's only 10:30 and I am exhausted. What the heck? What is wrong with me? I will be back tomorrow. We are going to go do live crafty thrifting tomorrow. So bookmark that show. Have I told you lately that washi tape drives me insane? See how this does. Go off the edge a little bit for inking purposes. Nope, that's not long enough. So what I'm trying to do is I want, can you see what I'm doing here? Let me go scooch over a little bit. I want it to be a little bit off that edge for inking purposes, but I want it to be longer than this so I can cut it at an angle. Did that make any sense at all? So we're going to do this. There. So it's just the start of a decoration. Is it perfect? No. Is it done? By no means. But we have some fussy cuts. We have these. We've got some tags. And this is all going to go in our little Christmas thing. So when we go to decorate that journal on the inside, we've got all these different things. One of the things that we did, let me see if I can find it, is oh, we got our tags. This is like a season. Just stop, Tam. Because you can't find what you're looking for and you're going to get frustrated again. We made like, here they are. Sweet baby Jesus. We did the pockets. So you could actually come in here on one of your pages and we could glue this down, right? Side to side. And then we could take our tag and slide it in. All the things that we can do, we could decorate this. We could put down, what I'm grabbing for all the green things that look crazy on that check. We could take a piece of our napkin and put some holly on it. Then we could take this. Don't particularly like that one. We could do that. Um, you're getting the idea, right? So we could just decorate that page like that. And we just did that out of this little box we created. Does that make sense? We could use some of our holiday cards. Bam. So you get the idea, right? Yeah, yeah. Word. It's awesome. All right, my friends, I think it is absolutely time for me to find somebody to raid and go get some food because my head is spinning right now and we've been on for 3.5 hours. Does anybody need anything tonight? Not so much. You know what? We all appreciate you. Um, and I am going to absolutely love sharing all of your fun stuff and helping you through this journey. It's what I do. I love it. Is there anybody in the oh my gosh. Red Rock is on with Vintage Christmas. Let's go see Miss Petra. You have good scissors and matte medium in your cart at Walmart. That's awesome, Tina. Okay, let's go see Petra. We're doing live thrifting tomorrow, y'all. Um, if you need anything, let me know before we go so I can add it to your packages. Um, I think I have everybody's bins put in, but I will double check before we leave. Yeah, this stuff works amazing and it's fairly inexpensive as opposed to others. Um, we're gonna go see Petra. I'm tired. Much love to each and every one of you. Y'all don't know how much it means to me to be able to hang out with you and have fun like this. Um, have a blessed rest of your evening, and I will see you all tomorrow at Goodwill. Night, everyone.